Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to your review of the Leeds United 2, Hull City nil. We beat Hull with a 2-0 victory. It wasn't the best performance, yeah, but we got the win and we did what we had to do to win the game. You know, we had chances early, I would say. Probably the better team in the first half, to be honest. And we had chances. We had a couple of corners, you know, and set pieces. I thought we had some chances to put a goal away. The best chance, I guess, was Bogle's when he went through, and I feel like he took an extra touch. When if he either hit it if he hit it earlier without that extra touch, or he played it across goal, I think that could have been a goal. I'm not quite sure if anyone was across goal, but it was. If he hit it a second earlier, I think he actually would have had a better chance of scoring. But nothing about that. Nothing bad about that anyway. I thought we had a good performance out there. Not, yeah, as I said, not the best performance, but we did what we had to do. We got the win, a nice 2-0 win. Yeah, the first half was full of like chances for both teams. I think they had a couple of chances as well in the first half. What was I impressed with most in the first half was probably the press. I thought we pressed very well in the first half. Probably better than the second half because I felt like we trapped Hull City for most of that first half in their own end and they couldn't get out. I thought we were really good with that in the first half. I think we dropped off a bit with the press in the second half. But yeah, that first half, bro, like they could not get out their own end. Like we were pressing them that badly, they couldn't get out their own end. Yeah, and I thought we teared them apart basically in that way of the pressing. Like Nonto pressed very well, Joseph pressed well from the front, did his job, and then you had your debut man Solomon who did very good. I was very impressed with Solomon. I think he impressed on his debut. Very skillful. Thought, got, of course, we'll talk about the assist he got a bit later. But yeah, overall, good first half from the entire team. It went in 0-0 halftime. Yes, people are going to moan and complain about everything, even at 0-0 at halftime. But for me, I was like, I'm calm. I think it's not been the best performance we could have had in the first half. Yes, but I thought we were good enough to be like, okay, let's build in this second half and we'll get the goal. Second half, kicked off. And I felt like, again, we were the better team in the second half again. I thought Hull City were a bit better than they were in the first half. They did have chances in the second half. Yeah, and we scored the goal. Mateo Joseph scores his first goal of the season. And what a great goal it was. Solomon with an unbelievable ball in, and Joseph just puts his foot on it. Like, I'm not going to say it's that easy because it's the way, the angle, but it is a pretty easy goal of what you had to do. He did what he had to do. He just put his foot in front of the ball and basically touched it and let the ball do the rest. That's all he had to do, just get a little touch on it. Because Solomon's ball into the box was perfect enough. Was that perfect? That all he had to do was get that little touch just to direct it in towards the goal. All he had to do was that little bit of a little touch to direct it on target. And he did very well at doing that as well. It's a nice finish. Leeds United 1-0 up. I'm happy for Joseph getting his first goal of the season. Many more to come. And during my watch along, I even said he's got his first. Once he gets his first goal, he will click and score a couple. He will click and start scoring a couple of goals in games after games. You know what I mean? That's what I said during the game. And then he got his first goal. So very happy for him. We went 1-0 up. I wasn't secure of like, oh yeah, we won this game now, of course. I was like, just get that second. Just get that second. And Junior Firpo put an unbelievable ball bang across to Pirro, who came off the bench. And Joel Pirro scored his first goal of the season as well. Now, Pirro, that's 1 goal and 1 assist off the bench, just saying. People have been very critical. I've been critical of Pirro, but I do think he sometimes gets over-criticized, you know what I mean? I think he gets hard done by some fans, the way they talk. But I thought he was good when he came on. He did his job, and he took that finish very well as it went to him. Yeah, very happy with him. Solomon, as I said, amazing performance. I mean, we'll go into the individual performances now because that's basically it. Nice 2-0 win. Got to the end. Got to see Tanaka come on for a little cameo. Yeah, and enjoyed it. And how good is it to have a bench? How good is it to have a bench? Like the players that come off the bench. We now have players like Tanaka coming off the bench. We have Ramazani who's coming off the bench. We have Ruff, the play when we brought off the bench in other games this season and last season, we didn't really have this many options. Now look at it, the bench is stacked. And when Dan James and Patrick Bamford come back into the bench, by the way, we're going to have basically a full bench. Because if you look at the bench, who realistically will not get minutes on the bench? You look at DeBio's just on the bench. He won't get minutes off the bench, honestly. So DeBio's one of them. And then the other one you probably have to take off. This might be harsh, but you're probably going to have to take Gelhardt off. Because you want to keep Darlow on the bench because you need that backup keeper on the bench just in case your keeper gets injured. Vobra, I can't see him getting dropped out the squad. and the others all came on. You know, Piro came on, Ramazani came on, Byram came on, Tanaka came on, Rothwell came on. You know, these players are all going to be used this season. And for me, you look at it, and it's going to be James DeBio. And then you look at the other options that didn't get any minutes today, or who can come off. And you go, Darlow, well, you need the second keeper on the bench. Max Vober. Max Vober's not going to be kicked out the squad. And the other guy's Joe Gelhardt. So it looks like Joe Gelhardt's going to be the player that's going to be out the team, basically, out the first team. Once or if all everyone's fit at the same time, by the way, that's what I've got to say. If everyone's fit, because you look at the bench and you're like, well, it would have to be Gelhardt. Like, there's no one else. Like, you're not going to take Byram out, who played. Ramazani, of course, just came in. Piro, who scored. You're not going to take him out of the squad anyway. Tanaka, and the other one's Rothwell. Like, you look at that and you're just like, oh, maybe Gelhardt should have went out on loan, because it looks like if we do have a fully fit squad and James and Bamford come back, he's out the squad. He's off the bench. But yeah, let's get into player ratings and talk about it. Ilhan Melier, I'm going to actually give him a 7. I thought today he performed very well, did his job, kept the clean sheet. A couple of shots came at him, saved. There was a wonder save that he made. Not a wonder save, it wasn't the best save, but it was a really good save. Got his hand to it to tip it over the bar. Yeah, I thought he there was that one mistake where he did a hospital pass that gave him a chance, but kept the clean sheet, had a great save in there, and did his job. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Junior Firpo, I thought was great today again. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I thought he was, as I said, he did his job very well. He's always dangerous on the attack, and defensively he's improved so much since he's been in the championship. And yeah, he just keeps proving it every week that he can defend. Pascal Struck for me is going to get a 7.5 as well. I thought he did very well. I don't think he made any mistakes, really. I thought he did his job good defensively, headering the balls away, you know that. Then we go to Joe Rodon. Yeah, I could have honestly seen him get a red card in this game, getting 2 yellows. I could have seen that happen. But I will give Joe Rodon, I'm going to give him a 6.5. He wasn't poor at all. That's not a poor rating, a 6.5. It's just that he could have got a second yellow at times. That's one thing. And also he did a couple of hospital passes and so gave away the ball a couple of times. Jaden Bogle, I'm going to give a 6.5 as well. Again, thought he did well. Thought he did his job. I thought he did what he had to do. And yeah, Bogle, like, not many really complaints. Thought defensively he was all right today. I thought he was good today, actually. You know, because defensively I've been a bit critical recently, but he's looked like he's got that spot, and he's got it nailed down defensively, and he's gotten better defensively over the course of like one game when he had his debut and he wasn't at his best defensively. But yeah, then you go to the midfield, Ethan Ampadu, I'm going to give a 7. Thought he did his job very well. The captain of the team did his job very well. Did what he had to do. Yeah, not much to talk about Ethan Ampadu for me. But next up is Ilya Gruev. Honestly, thought he had a good performance. Going to give him a 7. Just a nice 7. Thought he was good. Solomon, very, very impressive today. I thought he just spun defenders out the way, and he was very well. You can look at him and you see the skills, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Very good. Now, this might be controversial, man of the match. My man of the match is Brendan Aronson. He was running around all game. He was running around after that ball all game, getting the ball, spinning his man. I think he did very well today when he got the ball. And I thought he did very well in the 10 position. And people are crying out, still saying, oh, we should have got a 10. We should have got a 10. I mean, I thought Aronson was man of the match. I thought he was brilliant today. I thought he was brilliant. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was great today. Then we go to Willie Nonto. I thought he did his job. Looked scared. Looked dangerous. Looked scary. Looked dangerous in attack. You know, yeah, he does frustrate me at times when he goes down moaning and stuff and complaining. And yeah, it's annoying sometimes. But yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Mateo Joseph, first goal of the season. Happy for him. Nice finish. I thought he did, as I said in the first half, that pressing. I thought he did very well in the first half. And I thought he had an overall good performance. You know, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Who was your man of the match and who impressed you the most? Yeah, you know, the players that did come off the bench, I guess we can talk about them. Ramazani came off the bench, you know. I thought he's a player that did looked a bit dangerous at times, and I'm liking, you know, we've only seen a glimpse of him, but looks good. Of course, Piro got the goal as well. We can talk about that. Joel Piro, thought he did fine when he came on. He got his goal, and don't really remember any mistakes he made. But if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.